Hi, Gazebo. This is My Happy Ending by Tay Tay Twilight. What happens when you marry your high school English teacher who already has a kid when you're only 18? What happens when your parents hate you? This is Edward and Bella's story of love, life, and families and marriage.
Samwise.
Hey, laughing at this. Bad at summary stories that are inside. I should note that Bella's POV inside her own head is Australian. So there we go. Take it away, Bella.
It was the last day of my senior year of high school, and I was graduating later this day. I knew my parents weren't going to be there, and I didn't care. Like I care. My parents didn't really care about me because Mom left when I was 5, and Dad just blamed me why she left, so we were never close. But the one person I knew was going to be there today for me was my senior English teacher, Mr. Cullen, or Edward as I called him, and his daughter, Hallie, who would be 2 and 3 days. Edward and me were dating and had been since my sophomore year, since my dad didn't care about me, and he didn't know that me and Edward were living together for the last 2 years. The only person who knew about the relationship is my best friend Alice and Edward parents, and they both approved of the relationship between us. As I'm waiting to get my diploma, I can't help but think this is the beginning of the rest of my life. I will get to be with Edward without having to worry. Hallie, Edward's daughter from a one-night stand with a girl he didn't like and gave full parental rights to him, will be officially mine. I was signing the paper saying Hallie was mine and I was going to the University of Washington in the fall. Life couldn't be better.
Jessica, Jordan, Stanley, Morgan, Grace. I can't.
Keep going.
I think that's finished. Want someone to do that line.
Where was I?
Morgan Grace.
Salem.
I heard the principal call. Then I heard
Isabella Marie Swan.
and then I knew my life was coming to full circle. As I went up to get my diploma, I could be officially done with high school. I couldn't help but see Edward clapping and smiling at me. Once the ceremony was over, Edward took me out to a fancy restaurant to celebrate just him and me while his mother was Hallie for the night. At the restaurant, he kept saying I was great and looked fantastic. After all the graduation talk, we talked about our future together and ate our meals. When we finished with our meals and the bill was paid for, Edward said he would surprise me and blindfolded me once we were in his shiny new Volvo. We drove to this mysterious, and it was about a 40-minute journey. We got there. Edward was being the gentleman that he is, because I could see a thing got the door for me and helped me walk to what I'm guessing is a field. And then out of the blue, Edward took off my blindfold, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. What I saw was a meadow in sparkling lights and white roses everywhere. I was completely speechless. After a few moments of awkward silence, Edward asked,
Do you like it?
my response was,
Edward, I don't like it. I love it.
with a big smile across my face. Then Edward turned to face me and said he had something else he wanted to do. I said, go ahead, still dazzled by what he just did for me. As he spoke, I could help but cry at his words.
Isabella, I have loved you since you first stepped into my classroom that your sophomore year. You have helped me raise Hallie and given her a mother and someone else to love. You have given yourself to me to love every single part of our body, soul, and mind. So today I will ask Isabella Marie Swan, will you marry me and be my wife for the rest of our lives?
As he finished, he got down on one knee and reached into his coat pocket, coat, and pulled out the most beautiful ring I have ever saw. I couldn't have been happier when he asked me. I knew the answer right away, and it was
Yes.
I practically screamed.
Yes, I will marry you.
He slipped the ring on my left hand ring finger. Will it would stay until death do us part.
What do you think?
Okay, hang on.